This is way less common, so you're not going to see many people doing it this way, but the advantage of practicing the clinch and practicing the knees on the bag is you can go full power, like the more realistic, the way you're going to fight, right? Because if you're clinching and sparring, if you're clinching with a partner in the ring, in training, you're modifying a lot of things, right? You can't do you don't know how it feels to knee with full power and elbow and how you would in a fight. So you have to practice it somewhere. Either you're gonna do it on pads, but you're gonna have to rely on a good pad holder, and it's not as often, you can't do it as often as doing it on the bags. So you need a place where you can go full power, right? And so you do it on the bags. This is how you clinch. So first, depending, if it's most bags are actually gonna be heavier than this, so you'll hold it like that, right? Sometimes I could hold like this, but for the most part, the bags that most people are gonna use is gonna be wider. So hold on, push it in when you hold on, just like you would, lock on to someone. So we're here, I'm on the balls of my feet. Now the head, don't do that, keep it in the middle, right? So, I mean, occasionally you can, because that simulates you going to the side of them, but default, pointing down, all right. Now the first thing you're gonna practice, I'll show you a few different drills to do on the bag, and that will last you for a long time. So the first is just how to knee. So work things one step at a time, then you start adding them together. So from here, you wanna feel the kneecap go inside. So from here, sometimes I would step back. If you just lift it like that, you can, but it's a lot less power. If you have the opportunity, a chance when you're fighting, ideally you want to step back and then boom, slam it in, right? So from here, take a little step back. I bring it out wide so I got time to flare my shin so the kneecap goes in. Also, see how I kind of push it out, I create that space, bam. I actually hit the side of my knee, I got to flare a little bit more. So I need to do a couple more reps on that to get it right. All right, that felt a little better, because that's how I want to drive it into my opponent. Try the other side. All right, we got that here. Nah, I got to flare it way more than that. All right, there we go. That's the kneecap. Get that kneecap in there. Good. Now, from here, so sometimes double it up too. Bam, bam. And see how I go close? You can step back, bam, step close. You can practice that drill. Step back, you do your knee, step close so you're safe. Instead of just remaining there. That's the equivalent of, let's say I threw some punches, I landed a couple of shots, and I paused and I just stood right in front of you. You know, they're gonna just counter and hit me. But I would go bang, 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 I'll throw my shots, maybe I'll get out. Bang, 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 I'll throw my shots, maybe I'll push kick them away. Bang, 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 I'll get ready for covering up. Well, in the clinch, exactly the same. So you would knee, boom, I'll stay close, you know. You would knee, boom, you can disengage. You know, I would knee, boom, I'll turn it into a defense, I'll block. So I prevent his counter. So after you knee, there has to be a defense straight after. I'm giving, the simplest one is just go close. So get into the habit of doing that, right? So you'll go, bam, and then you're close. Next, you can add the spin. The spin is to disorientate your opponent, throw them off balance. If they're off balance, you're gonna get an opportunity to hit them hard. Also, it's to avoid knees. So from here, bam, 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 bam. When you spin, step deep past the bag, close to the bag. Don't do this, don't step out. So steps, staying close, push off the ball of your back foot, keep your hands, keep your arms locked like one piece and turn. So you're spinning the bag with your legs using momentum. If it's effort, like you're pulling it with your muscles, you're doing it wrong. So it's just like, huh. You have to feel the balls of your feet push off the balls and use that speed, that momentum. So it should be seamless, it should be easy. So the next drill would be, you could do like a knee and then spin. 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 And then when you spin, either land in neutral, so you can see my feet here, I land back in neutral position, or if I wanted to spin and counter, i.e. spin and hit them, I would just go straight into my stance so I could pop out a knee. So we'll play with that a tiny bit. Yeah. All right. Now, if I want to add elbows, this is what it's going to look like. So from here, hop, hop. So from here, what I would do is this. Let's see what I can show you. I'll show you here. This you can see it better from here. So from here, I would go. I keep my foot where it is, my back foot where it is, but look at my torso. I just pull back a little bit. I don't pull my hand back too much because I don't want too much space. So just really tight. Whoop, and look at my body. I just put on my body, I shove my body forward. And then when I connect, I'll wrap up again. Wrap up is going to be boom, boom. Wrap up means I'm going to the shoulder to the joint. You know, so I'm holding them again, like, so they don't counter with anything if they're still standing. So you gotta make it tight. Yeah. Now, if I do the other one, you do the same thing. I pull the body. You have to be abrupt too, because they're holding onto you, right? You can't just go. They're gonna just put more. If someone feels you moving, they're gonna put more pressure, right? They're gonna just lock on. So you gotta be here, relax, like real abrupt for it to work. Yeah. And then drive the body forward. So we're here. We're here. Yep. Yep. So you can play around like that. Play with the spins, get the kneecap to hit, lock on strong, keep yourself safe, which means stay after your knee, you stay close, and real short, tight elbows. Elbow with the point, because this is how it's going to feel in a fight. So the intensity, the strength that you use on the bag, you just transfer that, because that's how it's going to be for a fight. When you're clinching with a partner, you're modifying it. You're not kneeing with the kneecap, right? So you got to merge the two together. So what you do with your partner, the same movements, and but then you have to merge you got to change the technique a little bit, which will be the bag technique. Bam, elbow, bam, kneecap, put that two together for the fight. A lot of people forget, a lot of people don't realize, but they'll fight the way they train, and they'll still hit with, soft and on the side of their knees, and they didn't make that connection, that realization. Like, oh no, that's not how you fight. That's close to it. We're just simulating it, because you can't fight every day, obviously. So you got to know while you're doing the drill, memorize it, put it in some part of your brain that that's the file. Then you get the two files and sync it up somehow. But if you know about it, you can do it. So that's that. Now two more things I'm going to show you on the clinch on the bags is engaging, disengaging, and then the jumping knees, the knees to the head. I'll show you that one first, actually. So from here, you wanna be able to do this. Knee high to the head. Easy. So you can look at my feet first. So my foot goes in the middle. I'll wind it up. You really got to wind it up. Now the trick is you got to get airborne with the leg, the front leg, the lead leg. You got to jump. Think basketball player. Jump high. Boom, and knee to the head. All right. If the hand's in the way, just move it out the way. I got to flare the shin a little more. That wasn't. Yes. All right. Yeah. All right. So you can practice them. They look good. They feel good. they're fun. Do those. Now, engaging and disengaging. So, and this is very important, especially, you know, to be practical for fighting purposes. If you're doing it for fitness, you might not have the motivation for the extra effort, but if you're doing it to actually fight or to be good at sparring, at least, you gotta know how to engage and disengage safely, because that's the vulnerable time. Very vulnerable. So it's an opportunity for your opponent to pounce. And actually, you should pay attention to when you're clinching, when someone wants to disengage, don't let them disengage. I mean, it depends on the sparring. So if you're being friendly, I guess don't. But if you're training more seriously or with a partner you trust, then don't let them off the hook. So when they disengage, and what I mean by that is, you know, they're like, oh, get away from me, push me away, or they just step back, just pounce on them. You don't have to hit them hard, but just let them know, the fight hasn't stopped. Like that's a vulnerable position. So this is how you engage and disengage on the bag. Maybe next time I'll show you how to do it actually, but it's the same. In sparring, in fighting, it's the same. So from here, you want to engage. So what I did was I kind of faked, which is like prevents them from, if I just walked in, what's stopping them from push kicking me? But if I came in with a fake, you know, I'm coming in blocking my body, maybe they'll flinch, you know, come in safe. So you would do this, boop. Now my hand, so imagine the gloves here, I cover like that. Because when I'm at a distance, I'm not worried about hooks. Hooks can't reach me. I'm worried about straight punches. So I know that it's just straight shots that I've got to worry about. This covers the push kick, this covers the jab straight right. So I would go, whoop, and then this, it's shooting. So I'm kind of like letting that pass the side of their head. You know, maybe I could show it. Come. So if I'm here, I would go here. Wait, just stay there. Like that. And then from here, I would wrap up. I'll pull her into me, and then this hand, I would hold on to a joint, or I could go straight for the head, like that. And now I'm in the clinch. Now, when I want to disengage, I would do the same thing. I'll pull these up to my head to protect. You know, my hand, I would slide it down, let's say to her chest, and I'll push it away and come back up like that. Get into the habit of engaging and disengaging. So I'm going to be here, engage, whoop. Now when I touch it, like only when I touch, then my right hand will latch on. You know, a lot of people do this, right? They go, well, firstly, the biggest mistake is this. That's crazy, right? I don't have to tell you why you don't do that. You're just gonna, that's crazy. Or they would go like that. So they'll go like this, and then they just go for the latch too early. But if you go too early, there's too much openings. You just take your time, you just go in, boom, and then the arm passes the head, boom, like that. Now this arm latches on first, then this one second. Now I adjust my feet, and I'm in the clinch. So I'll do one more. Now I'm in the clinch, I'll do my thing, whatever, I'll elbows, whatever. Now I'm going to disengage. So look, I slide this back. And then since I'm in kind of a push kick position, I'll even do an extra block, just extra insurance for myself. Engage, whoop, whoop, boom. Do my thing, whatever they are. Disengage. Boom. Bam, bam, bam. Whoop. Bam, 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 bam. So then you put it together, and not only is it practical, but at least it looks good too. You know, you look clean, as opposed to, you know, make it look clean. All right, play with all that. That's plenty to get you going, and you know, you can add little things to it. Then you add it to your freestyle. So, boom, 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 do your thing, disengage. Bam, 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 bam. And that's how you merge the two together. because they're not separate. So you can do your freestyle, engage, do some clinch, disengage, go back to some freestyle, kicks, punches, mix them up. Now you've upgraded your bag work, you know. You've 5x'd the quality of your bag work.